Everyone, welcome to my video project. I'm Victoria Vidal, and today I am going to be showing you how to perform an advanced search using the MLA International Bibliography Database on the USF Library's website. This is going to be useful for any student who is studying literature, whether that be an English literature student or anyone who's just in a literature course, as well as those just interested in literature as a whole. This is going to be the go-to source for you. So go ahead, we're on live.usf.edu, the home page. So we're going to click databases, and once we're there, we're going to click M for MLA. And so once we get there, we're going to scroll all the way down until we see MLA International Bibliography. Now, there are two databases that start with MLA, the MLA Directory of Periodicals and the MLA International Bibliography, so we'll be sticking with the latter today. So once we click that, we'll wait for it to load, and it immediately pulls up our advanced search option. For the purpose of today, we are going to be focusing our search efforts on the concept on Frankenstein, the novel by Mary Shelley, and the concept of fear. So before I get started on the search terms, we're going to go ahead and set our parameters. We're going to want to make sure linked full text is clicked. That way, whenever we find a source, we are able to access the full text. And then we're not going to worry about a year range, just because in a lot of literature classes, we are not required to have super recent sources. So language, we're going to put English because we don't want anything popping up in like Dutch or French or anything, because I don't speak those languages. And we're going to keep these parameters. So now we're going to put in the search bar Frankenstein and then the word fear. And now something you can always do is use or terms if you really want to. So you could be like fear or anxiety, right? And so that would give you anything with fear or anxiety, not necessarily an anxiety. So I definitely recommend to anybody who kind of struggles with Boolean phrases with searching to look that up and do some separate research on the side. But for today, we're just going to use fear. It brings us to only 3 results, which is fine. I kind of wanted the list to be small. So we have some multimedia. We have 3 sources. We have Arresting Monstrosity, Fictions, Fantasies, and Fears, and Frankenstein's Hidden Skeleton. So some quick little tricks you can use on the side here. You click on the Limit To side, Scholarly and Peer-Reviewed Journals. So that cuts those video options out, right, because they are not from peer-reviewed journals. This is going to be the most helpful tool with narrowing down results for papers. So next up, I'm going to bring up this article right here, Fictions, Fantasies, and Fears, and show you kind of what to do with it on the USF Library's access to this database. So here, it gives you all the information that you need. It gives you the abstract, as well as where you can find it at USF. So if you click this button, it opens a new tab, and we are having some technical difficulties at the moment, but I think that they are just loading fine. Fiction, Fantasies, and Fears. It is a journal link, right? So this sends us to the USF Library's access of this, and you see this button right here, download PDF. It takes you to where we have access to a PDF copy of this source. So I would be able to download that source. Additionally, there are 2 ways you could find the citation for this source in multiple formats. Original way is going to be in the MLA International Bibliography. To the right, you have many tools, and one of them is the cite option. This brings up most citation formats: Chicago, Harvard, MLA, and then at the top, APA 7th edition. Most English majors are going to be using MLA, though. So it gives you that structured, correctly formatted citation. Additionally, USF does offer this as well, with the citation being right here in MLA, APA, MLA, Harvard, and Chicago. And so it changes, obviously, with the different formatting, and it's able to offer you those things. Now, we do not have access to every single journal, so some sources, if you were to unclick linked full text, it gives me 3 more, right? So that means if we don't actually have access to those things, you would have to request them through interlibrary loan, which is a very simple process and very reasonable if you're doing a lot of research. So that concludes kind of my brief overall introduction to the MLA International Bibliography, a wonderful resource provided by the USF Library, in addition to many others. You can use this tutorial and use it on several other databases like JSTOR and Academic Search Premier. So if you go ahead and take what I've shown you here, apply it to other ones, it doesn't matter if you're not an English major. This works for many of the resources. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.